Hi guys, welcome back. It's been a while, but I'm going to be doing more often from now on. Okay. Today we're going to look at the meaning of the number 44 to the occult and what it means to them. Then I'm going to give you examples of how they use it. So let's get going. Okay, so what we're going to do, unfortunately, is go straight to Aleister Crowley's work. This is in the Equinox Gematria part, volume 1, number 5 apparently. But anyway, come down here to 44. This here is actually D and M. D and M. 44, okay. And as you can see, 4 times 1144 equals the corruption of the created world. Now obviously on its own that doesn't really mean that much, but obviously that's what it does mean to the occult, number 44, the corruption of the created world. You've probably seen it a few times everywhere, but not really understood it. So we're going to go through it. So when I first saw this, I thought to myself, okay, what would demonstrate the corruption of the created world? And it was pretty straightforward after a short thinking time. We're going to look at Big Bang stroke Hadean time, dinosaurs and evolution. So here we go. Okay, so it's just a quick overview. Way back in 1676, Robert Plot, a creator of an English museum, no surprise there, described and drew a thigh bone that he believed belonged to a giant man, although the fossil disappeared without trace, and they suggested it might be part of a Megalosaurus, which was the first dinosaur ever discovered, apparently. In 1822, sometime after that, in England, right, this woman and her husband found some remains, what they thought was an extinct iguana, and it wasn't until 1841 when Richard Owen came to realise that the fossil, which was teeth and bones, wasn't of any living creature, apparently. And he ended up dubbing it Dinosauria, which means terrible lizards, or great lizards, or big lizards. So this is the history of the first dinosaur ever discovered. So we're going to go through these names with the numerology calculator. So first we're going to look at Robert Plot. Robert's 22 and 33, by the way. And Robert Plot is 44. He drew a thigh bone. Okay, and it was believed to be part of a Megalosaurus sometime afterwards, apparently. Megalosaurus 44, what a surprise. Okay, it was discovered in England sometime later by Mary Ann Mantle. Let's take a look at Mary, shall we? Mary Mantle. You got your 33 and 44. But if you had a middle name, you get 55 and 44. With her husband Gideon, there's numbers with him as well, but we're not concentrating on those numbers. The remains, they thought, was an extinct iguana, but it wasn't until British scientist Richard Owen, Richard's 43.7, Owen's 21. Okay, now Robert Plot, there he is, you can trust that face. Found the original bone, which he said was a thigh bone, but it was in fact the femur bone. And of course, that's 44. And just quickly looking at the Megalosaurus, great lizard, taken from the Greek apparently. Great lizard, it's 33. So there you go. So that right there is the history of the first dinosaur that was found. By Robert Plot originally, Mary Mantle and her husband, then Richard Owen confirmed it later on. all using the numbers 44 and many others, but mainly 44, because that is the corruption of the created world. Right, moving backwards in time, let's go and have a look at the Big Bang and something called the Hadean time. The Hadean time, apparently it's 4.6 to 4 billion years ago. It's not geological period as such. No rocks on Earth apparently, except for meteorites, okay. During the Hadean time, the solar system was forming, probably with large clouds of gas, blah blah blah. This was before the Big Bang. And of course, Hadean time is 44. Also, if you just take that away, Hadean is 21. Okay, and solar system, you got your 36 and your 44, and the 0 means nothing. And there's also a time called the primordial time, which is basically existing at or from the beginning of time. Primordial. .33. And just for clarity, good grief, Big Bang is 33 also. Okay, moving on to evolution, which originally, I wasn't aware of this, is a transmutation of species known as transformism. This is a 19th century evolutionary idea for the altering of one species into another that preceded Charles Darwin. I wasn't aware of that, but that's what happened. So, there's something called transformism before theory of evolution. I guess they needed something. They couldn't just jump straight in feet first, could they? And there you go, it's 44. What a surprise. And the guy that came up with that was Jean-Baptiste Lamarck, which actually came Lamarckism as opposed to Darwinism. Can't actually find it, give me a sec. Here we go, Lamarckism. It was named after the French biologist Jean-Baptiste Lamarck, and it's the 37. And obviously moving on from there, not into the distant future, the old evolution theory from old Charlie, aptly named. And of course, evolution, 44. And of course we're all fully aware that old Charlie loved his finches. It's your 33. And you're 37. And obviously, I'm sure you're all aware of this. If not, there you go, Darwin, 33. It's pretty obvious what they do, isn't it? Okay, so if we quickly jump onto the gematria calculator, type in Charles Robert Darwin, his full name, you get this number 96 in the full reduction. Which is the same as Freemason. Means everything. Might not mean much to some people out there, but that means everything. Basically, in layman's terms, if two words that are completely different words have the same gematria number, then they can use that word as a replacement for the other one, because it's actually the numbers they're interested in, not the words. So there you go. Just a brief overview of what the number 44 means to the occult. They use it to literally corrupt the created world by presenting the idea of Hadean time, the Big Bang, dinosaurs and evolution. Before I wrap it up, I'm just going to go through some more words. And obviously, as I said before at the start of the video, it was pretty straightforward to come up with any ideas about what would demonstrate the corruption of the created world. So here's a few more for you. Heliocentric, 44. Outer space, 44. Atmosphere, 44. And then there's others like universe, which is 33. Galaxies, which is 22, which is a master builder number, and 33. So there you go, just a brief overview of how they use the number 44, and also in conjunction with 33, which I'm sure everybody's fully aware of. If you're not, check out my 33 video. And I'll be seeing you soon, guys. Thanks for tuning in.